Leonard, you talked about him. Fighters from yesterday, who do you think you can most compare yourself with? Who do your style kind of matches up for you?
I think from aggressiveness style and fighting, probably a Manny Pacquiao type. Respecting people like a Manny as well. I don't know. I'm a strong believer, just like he is. You're in the ring, okay, it's something personal. You're outside of the ring, you respect everybody. Why not?
You talk about being aggressive. We're going to see a very aggressive Victor Ortiz here. Do you want to kind of go out there and make a statement in this fight?
We should call Coach Joel after this and ask him.
I saw you guys up there. What's the difference between Joel and other coaches you trained with? I mean, I saw how he was working with you and giving you a lot of attention, but as far as what he brings to the table, what he talked to you about, what makes him different from other trainers?
I mean, there's a lot of differences, but there's a lot of similarities as well. I mean, I've been with a few trainers now, and there is one thing. I mean, it's a family. It's just not just a gym. It's an actual family. You don't fit in, and there's a door type thing.
How important is the trainer in your eyes? Because you've been through a few, some that maybe you weren't too happy with now. But is it really important as far as in your career, or any fighter's career?
I think in any fighter's career, it's important and it's crucial to have an actual boxing coach next to you at all times. You have to come fight in them like it's like an engagement, pretty much. It's like you have to have 100% trust in everything, and I think that's what's been lacking in my past. Coaches, but I've found a zen in Coach Joel, Coach Haas. Coach Haas there's always been a zen there. Coach Antonio Diaz, but he always gives me crap because we fought back in the day.
You won that fight.
Yeah.
Do you guys talk about that fight sometimes in the gym?
I try not to talk about that because after we talk about it, I heat him up, and then he gets me on the mitts, and then he just destroys me. I'm like, he's like, yeah, and I'm like, oh, come on, get off me. He's a good man.
Victor, you weren't a southpaw originally, right?
I was, when I was a kid, I just couldn't find myself as a righty. It just feels weird. Just standing as a righty, that just feels really weird. Can't do it. I mean, I can try, maybe half a round, and no, I don't like it.
It's a big advantage to hit someone with your strong hand right away.
What's weird is I think I might hit harder with my left. That's the weird thing. But the jabs, them jabs are pretty nice too. I mean, my strong hand in front, I don't know. But there's a lot of us. Coach Joel has Jesse Magdaleno, Diego Magdaleno, Marco Magdaleno, which are brothers. And then he's got a couple of little dudes in there that are all lefties, and then me. So it's like a whole lefty camp. It's kind of interesting.
Like, what would you say is your best punch that you have? Like any punch in your arsenal, what do you think is the best you have?
I don't know, whatever. I don't know. I really just say do whatever the coaches ask me. If they ask me to throw a certain punch in a fight, I'll do it. It depends on whatever they want, I don't really make that decision unless asked or I get an idea before the fight. If you're gonna do this, this, and that. So I'm like, okay.
What punch feels good to you though when you throw it? Like you snap it, you hit it again.
Those are the ones that you never feel. There's times where you're in there and I'm just flowing, and then bink, and I'm like, oh, I touched them somehow. Because it put somebody down and it hurt them, I guess. But I don't know, that's just, I think any punch like that you don't really see is probably the dangerous punch usually.
So my last question, you sparred Manny, you fought Floyd. If they eventually fight, which we don't know will happen, who do you like?
You know what, that's a tough question, man. That's one of those things where you gotta actually watch and see for yourself. I mean, I'll be a fan that night. Why not?
And on a serious note, I know your friend Mia St. John, her son recently passed away. What would you tell her if she's watching?
I actually talked to Mia St. John recently, so my condolences to you, to yours, Mia. We'll get together sometime. Miss you. Big hug from me and from Team Knuckleheads and Team Diaz and everybody. Just a big hug.
You have to. Everybody keeps asking me. They seen the video that I had with you and Bradley up there, and they keep asking, have you guys sparred? I know Joel told me he hasn't, but do you think that's going to be in the plans? You kind of want to work with him, is this getting some good work in with him?
You know what? Whatever they say. I'm just I'm a boxer, one, and two, Coach is captain of the ship. From Coach Joel to Coach Haas, whatever they say goes, and Coach Antonio, whatever they say goes, and Coach Jose, but I don't ever stomp on anybody's toes. I don't say what I'm going to do. I remember a particular story. Someone tried to come into the gym in Freddie Roach's gym and say, oh, I have my sparring partners lined up. And then Freddie Roach looked at him like, oh, you do? Get out of here. Arrange your own stuff. See, that's how I see my coaches. They're a higher power. I mean, no, I don't. Whatever they say.
And my last question is, we talk a lot about your change in Joel Diaz. Has anything changed in Victor Ortiz, or are you still feel the same fighter that you were before?
You know what? December 13th it's gonna be a nice explosion.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, Victor.
They have Victor
Vamos con
Ortiz.
Telemundo.
No, I don't want to.